Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton forged vertical bar on steel sconce. This is going to be the 2175. This is an interior wall sconce. Let's get into details about it. So the height is coming in at 15 inches. The width is coming in at 5. So the projection, that's the distance from the wall coming out, is only 4.5. That makes this ADA compliant. So ADA is Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4.5 inches, so you can get by it very easily. So this is great if you're an interior designer or an architect and you're doing a restaurant or a doctor's office or a resort or something like that, hotel maybe. You can use these in hallways, you can use them in stairways, and that'll be the same thing if you are a homeowner. You can use them in the same places, hallways, stairways, because it's going to be nice and flush to the wall. You can get by them very easily. They'll put a nice pool of light down on the ground for you so you can walk. Let's get into a little bit more detail. Backplate, 15 inches by 5 inches. So the mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your junction box, is coming in at 7.5, so it's basically a center mount. I want to show you a little bit more information about this, and how we're going to do it is to take a quick look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF, so open that out for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how it goes onto your junction box. It's going to show you this piece of glass that you're going to be getting as well. This is Hubbardton Forges opal glass, and I'll talk more about how opal glass is made later in the video. The size of this is coming in at 10 inches tall, 3 inches in diameter. And what's very important about that is going to dictate the bulb that you put in. And that takes us to the kind of lamping that we're going to be using in this. So it's going to be using one of these. This is a medium base socket, ceramic, facing up obviously. You're going to be able to use up to 150, actually take it back, let's see, 100 watt BT15 if you want to. Now, here's the thing about that. BT15s are halogens. It's a little tiny bulb inside of a bigger bulb, and the reason you can still use that is because it's kind of skinny and it can fit in this and let some airspace be there, so it can cool, okay? However, if you guys want to do an LED, and that's where you should really be going nowadays, there's so many great LEDs, just forget about the halogen stuff, because you can get a ton of light out of this. So again, this 3-inch dictates how big you can use. A lot of you are going to be using just a regular A19 light bulb, and that's kind of the size that we all grew up with, and these are a few of them here. Here's an incandescent. I can find this up to 100 watts if I wanted to. Don't need to, because the LEDs, like I said, are so great. This is the old school LED, and I'm not crazy about these because there's kind of a cooler spot on the bottom because light doesn't go through that ceramic part. It just comes through the top of it. So I would probably put that away too. I'd probably gravitate toward this, and this is going to be the newer phosphorus clear LEDs. Wherever you can find this, you can find this, including my grocery store in Vermont. So if I can find it, you can find it easily. So moving on. So A19 bulb easily fits in this. We can see it. You don't have to worry about the airspace because this is not getting hot. It's going to be a very cool bulb to the touch because it's an LED. If you want to move on from that, and okay, this is also available up to 100 watt equivalent. So remember that, A19s. If you guys want to go a little beyond that, again, that piece of glass is the only thing dictating what you can use. This is an A20, so an A20, a little bit bigger, also fits nicely. I can find this at 150, up to 150 watt equivalent. This one's 100 watt equivalent, which is a good place to put this. So if I'm using this in a bathroom and I want to have 2 of them on the side, I probably would want to go to 2 100 watt equivalent LEDs, just because I want the max light I can get on me so I can see me in the mirror, and that's how that works. Now, they're going to offer these bulbs to you in all kinds of different ways, and you have to remember that. And that's going to be very important to where you're going to be putting this. If you're putting it into a bathroom, I would probably go not for the 2700 Kelvin, the super yellow light, and I wouldn't go for the bluish white light, which is called daylight, and that's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. Those are the two ends of the scale in the Kelvin world. I would probably go for what we use in our showroom. That's this, 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white. And that is kind of like the light coming out of an incandescent bulb we all grew up with. So remember that. So going back, bathrooms, you generally don't dim bulbs, so you don't have to worry about a dimmable version for there. But if you're using this in a different place, let's say you're using it in a maybe flanking a fireplace in the living room, maybe you're putting it in a dining room, more romantic setting, you might go for that 2700 Kelvin. That's that more yellow light, and that's going to be kind of like a flickering candle, that kind of pretty light. In any event, those are the places where you probably want to get a dimmable version of the bulb, and that'll be kind of important. You can find the bulbs all over the place. Like I said, you can get them at my grocery store, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, all those places. Just remember to zero in on the color temperature of the bulb for what you want, and also for if it's going to be dimmable for your application. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.